Something big is brewing in Samsung's camp, and for once, the surprise isn't coming from a foldable or an ultra flagship. The Galaxy S25 FE is shaping up to be the underdog no one saw coming. And what's inside this phone could make it one of the smartest moves Samsung has pulled in years. Early leaks suggest it might actually debut with Android 16 and One UI 8 right out of the box, ahead of even the pricier S25 Ultra. Imagine that, the Fan Edition, being the first to showcase Samsung's newest AI-powered ecosystem before the so-called top models. And this is just the start of the story. Before we dive in, please do not forget to subscribe to Tech Insights so you can get notified on daily tech updates. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. The Galaxy S25 FE isn't just about new software, although that's a huge part of its appeal. One UI 8 is rumored to come packed with smarter AI integration, smoother animations, tighter battery optimization, and a few unannounced features that Samsung is quietly testing in the background. We're talking tools like Smarter Note Assist, advanced audio eraser for videos, and potentially even real-time AI wallpaper generation, all baked directly into the OS. It's the kind of leap that could make your phone feel newer for years instead of just months. And the wild part, if these leaks are accurate, the S25 FE could become the cheapest way to get Samsung's most advanced software experience from day one. Now, performance-wise, Samsung is taking a bit of a calculated gamble. Most markets are expected to get the Exynos 2400 chip, the same one we saw in the S24 series. It's not quite on par with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 in raw power, but it's more than capable for everyday use, high-refresh gaming and multitasking. In some regions, however, whispers suggest Samsung might opt for MediaTek's Dimensity 9400, which could actually outperform the Exynos in certain AI tasks and efficiency benchmarks. That split strategy could spark a lot of debate, but for most buyers, the bigger story will be how well the chip and One UI 8 work together to make the phone feel snappy and polished. Cameras are also getting some love this year. For the first time in an FE model, the front camera is being bumped to a 12MP sensor, matching the flagship's 25 series, which means sharper selfies, cleaner video calls, and more detail in low-light shots. The rear setup isn't changing dramatically: a 50MP main, a 12MP ultrawide, and possibly the same 8MP telephoto with 3x optical zoom. But the magic might come from software. Samsung's image processing, combined with AI scene optimization in One UI 8, could squeeze noticeably better performance out of familiar hardware. This is especially important for night mode and portrait photography, where small software tweaks can make a big difference. The display is where the S25 FE might quietly win over a lot of people. We're talking a 6.7-inch Dynamic AMOLED 2X panel with a buttery 120Hz refresh rate, HDR 100% support, and, get this, peak brightness rumored to hit up to 2600 nits. That's flagship territory, meaning outdoor visibility under bright sunlight will be exceptional, and HDR content will pop with incredible contrast and color accuracy. And if Samsung does slim down the bezels as expected, this phone is going to look sleeker and more modern than any previous FE model. Speaking of sleek, one of the most surprising changes is the body. Leaks suggest the S25 FE could be thinner and lighter than last year's S24 FE, possibly coming in around 7.4 mm thick and weighing under 190 grams. That's a noticeable improvement in hand comfort, especially for people who found older FE models a bit chunky. Of course, slimming down the design might mean a slight battery trade-off. While some early reports claimed a smaller 4500 mAh cell, other sources still insist on 4700 mAh, so we'll have to wait for confirmation. Either way, with One UI 8's improved power efficiency and potential 45W fast charging support, battery anxiety might not be a big issue. And yes, 45W charging is finally expected to come to the FE lineup. That's the same charging speed you get on Samsung's flagship models, meaning you could go from near empty to over 50% in less than half an hour. For people constantly on the go, this is a game changer. Wireless charging is also staying in the mix, and there's even talk of Q2 support. The same upgraded standard seen in the latest flagships. Though without built-in magnets for MagSafe, style accessories, RAM and storage could also get a serious bump. Rumors point to a base configuration of 12GB RAM and 256GB storage. If true, this would be a huge jump over last year's FE, and combined with One UI 8's memory management improvements, it could make the phone feel lightning fast even years down the line. Considering Samsung is reportedly sticking to a launch price between $649 and $699 in the US, this would put it dangerously close to flagship-level specs without the flagship price tag. Color options are shaping up to be just as tempting. We're hearing about navy, icy blue, jet black, and white as standard choices, with possible Samsung.com exclusives like a deep red or green variant. The icy blue in particular could become the standout. Think of it as the kind of color that looks premium but still catches the eye in a crowd. And, like the rest of the S25 series, the FE is expected to have IP67 water and dust resistance, stereo speakers, and in-display fingerprint scanner, and all the latest connectivity standards like Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.3. But perhaps the most shocking rumor is the long-term software support. Samsung is said to be promising 7 years of Android and security updates for the S25 FE, the same as its Ultra model. That means this phone could be running Android 23 with One UI 15 in 2032, still getting security patches, still compatible with the latest apps. In a market where mid-range phones often get dropped after a few years, this could be a massive selling point for people who want longevity without breaking the bank. As for timing, all signs point to a launch in late September or October 2025, though there's a possibility Samsung might try to beat the iPhone 17's release by pushing it out in late August. If that happens, the S25 FE could grab some much-needed attention before Apple's marketing machine kicks into gear. Whether it launches early or not, the value proposition is clear. This isn't just another budget-friendly Galaxy. This is a phone that could deliver top-tier software, strong performance, premium display quality, and long-term support for hundreds less than a flagship. If Samsung nails the pricing and delivers on these leaks, the Galaxy S25 FE could end up being the sleeper hit of 2025, the kind of device that pulls in not just budget-conscious buyers, but even people who were eyeing more expensive models. It's an ambitious play, and in a year where AI features and longevity are becoming the new battlegrounds, Samsung might have just found a way to make the fan edition mean something again.